guys, it's Scott Physio here for Alchemy TV, and I'm very privileged today to be with the boss, Alice McKenzie. So,
hello.
Alice, how you going? Scott Physio, one of the physios here.
Lovely to finally be on Alchemy TV.
We've been pestering her for a fair bit, and we finally managed to convince her. But yeah, so just wanted to chat to you today about how to pick a good physio. So that's probably the biggest thing I wanted to talk about today. And obviously, this being your clinic, you've got a really strong vision for the clinic about how we can help people. And I just wanted to chat a bit more about that, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, it can be really hard to know what's a good physio and what's sort of not such a good physio. Like every profession, there are great clinicians and not so great clinicians, and it can, from a patient's perspective, it can be really, really difficult to know. I'm making an investment. Am I actually going to get my money's worth? Am I actually going to improve? So look, the best thing that I could say is probably just go onto their website, Google either the physio or Google the business itself, and have a look at their bio page. So on that page, there should be some areas of special interest that physio would list as areas that they enjoy treating and that they're good at treating, and see if that's in line with your sort of injury and your concern. Another thing is to have a look at what their sort of community engagement is. Are they out in community? Are they involved in sort of sporting clubs and community sort of associations and groups? Have a look at the content that they post. Are they actually putting posts up, blog posts or video posts? So are they putting content up on Facebook or social media that can give you some insight into the level of experience, their skill set and their personality as well, and actually see if that sort of fits with you and your concerns. Word of mouth is also a really, really great way to actually find out if that physio is great. So have a chat to your GP, your treating specialist, or friends or family. Testimonials and reviews can be really a bit difficult because legally we're actually not allowed to put reviews up on social media and up on our website. But you can go onto a place or a site called White Coat. So just Google White Coat and also Google reviews as well. So there are Google reviews out there about certain practitioners and practices as well. So there's sort of some really, really good ways to work out, is this physio skilled enough? Do they treat the area that I really am concerned about? And do I think that physio sort of fits in with me and what I need?
Okay. And say I've done all that. I've had a bit of a look online. I've asked a few people, chatted to my GP, and I've rolled into the physio clinic for my first consult. What should I expect out of someone? How can they help me?
Yeah. So look, physio, again, good physio versus a not so good physio. A really, really good physio consult should be incredibly thorough. So the physio should be sitting down with you and really determining where your concern lies, what happened, the series of events that led up to it, and then what's happened after that, your specific goals. So really what you're wanting out of the physio consult itself, but then also your short-term and long-term goals, because those things are really, really going to determine how your physio assesses you, but then also how your physio treats you, and sort of how long those consults will actually last for. So physios not only treat pain, but they also have a really, really great skill set in preventing injuries from coming back again. And that's, I think, the really defining factor of a great physio, is that your physio will improve your pain or your concern in an acute way, but then they will also look at those multiple contributing factors that potentially created that injury or that concern in the first place, and they will address those factors as well in the longer term to prevent that issue or concern from actually coming back. So what should you expect? A really thorough assessment, typically a hands-on treatment. Not always. Hands-on is advised or indicated. But look, a good physio shouldn't just be putting some electrodes on you and a hot pack and walking out of the room. A really good physio will be taking the time to work out where your goals are, really treating you thoroughly, reassessing those concerns to work out, is that treatment that I actually gave you, was that actually effective? And then they'll give you some really specific exercises or homework to work on to really promote and encourage you to be independent, and to really empower you to improve your pain and your concerns, rather than depending on that physio to actually improve your concerns, which is, I think, another really important defining factor between a good therapist and a not so good therapist, is that you are, independent and empowered to improve your own pain.
Yeah. And I suppose the final question I've got is, when I first went to a physio, which was probably 20 years ago, you'd roll into a room, there'd be multiple beds in the room, and the rate of the cost of the service is certainly less than what it probably is now. Can you give me a bit more explanation about why physio costs what it costs? And why that's the case?
Yeah, sure. And look, this can be really, really difficult to understand and value physio, because I think, again, people's idea of physio is, they just throw a hot pack on me and give me a bit of a massage and then send me off. And that can be, absolutely, you would be frustrated paying a really, really, high price for that sort of service. But the thing is, most physios, or all physios, are highly skilled and trained, and a lot of physios actually have postgraduate qualifications, which essentially means they've finished one degree and they've gone on to do a subsequent, postgraduate university degree, or a third one as well. So all of those degrees and qualifications, they take an awful lot of time, which gives those physios a really, really specific skill set and really, really fantastic ability to diagnose your concerns and conditions. Now look, the thing is, it's hard to understand, again, from a patient's perspective. My physio is with me for half an hour or 40 minutes or an hour or however long that may be. I'm paying for that time in the consult, which you absolutely are. But the physio, to actually provide a streamlined and really effective treatment and assessment for you, they do a lot of legwork and a lot of background work before that consultation and also after that consultation as well. So things like calling your GP or treating specialist, chasing reports, looking at scans, which informs diagnosis, but then also really thorough treatment notes and letters to your GP and correspondence to your treating team, so that they can be part of, the essential treating team that, improves your pain and concerns. So physio these days, it can be a little bit more costly than what it used to be. I think a good physio consultation should be a little bit longer to allow that time for the physio to properly diagnose and assess and treat you, but then also keep in mind there's a lot of background work behind that consultation to provide a really, really high level, or quality of care.
And I suppose it's also moving away from that sort of multi-patient treatment approach.
Absolutely.
Where you've got 4 people in an open room.
And from an overheads perspective, you could treat 4 people at once and not charge as much, whereas if you're just with one person for that period of time providing that quality of care, unfortunately there's going to be an investment.
And I mean, that's what the evidence says as well, isn't
Absolutely.
it? It's the way that literature's going, is having that client rapport.
Absolutely.
Is really important.
Really, really important. I think that's one thing that we all really, really work hard here, is to create a really, really great relationship with our patients, which, improves, patient trust and understanding as well, which it's really, really awful from a patient perspective if you don't understand what your physio is saying and you don't have any sort of relationship or trust in that physio either. So that's one thing that we really, really work hard to create.
Well, thanks very much, Al. Thanks very much for some of those tips, and it's been really great having you on Alchemy TV. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to give us a buzz, but hopefully that just gives you a bit more of an idea of what to look for as a physio. Obviously, we're in Noosa, and if you've got any problems, we'd be more than happy to help you. But hopefully, if you're living elsewhere in Australia, then that gives you an idea of what to look for when you're trying to chase after physio. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Catch up.
Bye.